episode 2, season 2. Um, it was a interesting first week. Not the craziest offense. It's always to be expected, but I can't stop myself from betting. Week 1 I still go crazy. So I mean, it was just typical week 1, just lose all my bets, and it comes down to a close fantasy game, and I was on the wrong side of it. But yeah, what y'all think?
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
I
weird.
go
Uh,
ahead, Drew. No, go
uh,
ahead, bro.
no, I was just recapping on what Jesse said. It was a very weird week. Very low scores except for a couple people, but yeah, it was a good week. It was my turn.
Yeah, I agree with all that. I knew going into the week that the offense was going to be good, and I'm over here putting 5, 6 touchdown scores. Thinking it's going to go all good, but yeah,
Yeah, I think the week, I don't think it was too surprising. I think a lot of people they score what they were supposed to score. Um and I think this is just a testament to what fantasy football is. I mean, it's just, you never know, right? I mean, you set up your best lineup, you think you're going to drop 150, and then
At least
the
100.
dumbest shit happens, right? Like, it's not, some of it doesn't make any sense.
well, I
But
thought Nico Collins was going to score, and that's the only leg I needed. So I don't agree.
right, like some people score what they were supposed to, like I said. Uh and then some people,
Which I agree with, disagree with.
so man, I can't wait to be like week 4 settling in. Um
I
but
agree.
uh but yeah, glad to be back, glad
I
to
can wait.
watching football. What's that?
Yeah,
I can wait. Like it just started. Like I'm cool. Like I can wait. I'm enjoying week 2.
I
Like
can't
it's
wait
not
till
even
it's
got
week
to week
Nah,
4.
16.
Like, I'm good.
nah.
Like
I want it to be week 9, and we're like, dude, I can't believe it started week
hell
9.
no, hell no. Like I'll take it week by week. I'll take it day by fucking day. I'll take it. Whatever NFL news I can get, whether that's fucking um, CMC injury news, Kenneth Walker injury news, Shannon Sharp on IG. Like, that was just wild. You gotta stay engaged though. Um,
Yep.
Ruben, you wanted to start off with, the itinerary. You got something that you wanted Drew to do, or
Yeah, yeah. So I'll just kick it off real quick. I thought Drew, and I think he consented. I'm not sure yet. We'll find out. But Drew, just
Consented.
kind of give your takeaway of our game. Admit what you have to admit. I'll kind of let you do all that.
I think it was a hard fought game. Like one by 14, I think. Yeah, 14. I just don't understand like where the 8 out of 10 come from. Where you get the 80% number.
I don't know. I was looking at my projections, and even this week, I'm projected 109 points, which is like I think Alonzo a couple years ago was doing like a dude. I think at one point he was projected at 114. I swear, one of his best team ever was projected something insane. But no, I'm just talking shit. That's
Yeah,
what I like
you never
about
beat my ass. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, but that's where I don't really think like Seraphine where it's like you live and die with the numbers. I look at the moment and
You fucking
that was
lost.
good. That was a good win for
You
you.
lost,
And
Drew.
our my antennas are definitely up, but we'll get into that all later.
He's back.
yeah, I
I
got
got
you. Yeah,
back.
and for reference, Ruben was saying that if him and Drew played 10 times, he would have won 8 out of the 10 times. So
Yep.
you wanted Drew to admit that, but I don't think Drew agrees with it.
I agree with that statement, but yeah,
You
Thank
agree,
you.
sir?
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
100%. I agree.
Of course
I
you.
mean, eight
Let's
times out of 10, like hell yeah,
let's
Ruben's
go.
got all 8 of those.
Thanks.
Well, it's 10, but so we could recap game by game. Um, like I said, I thought it was an interesting week. Seraphin, like he doesn't get out much. He lives under a rock, so I don't think he finds anything too interesting. Just being the neurons not firing too often. So let me go down, starting off with week 1. We can start with my game. Typical Trey Jesse game. He's my biggest rival in the kingdom. Definitely comes down to record wise. Like we have a 500 record after 10 years. Like now he just went up. We split it every year. He usually wins the first one. I win the second one. But it's just tough. It's just he's a tough guy to beat. He's always got a good team. You know, it was just one of those weeks where I just tipped my cap to it. We both had strategic plays. You know, like my special team stepped up. You know, him starting like Montgomery. I didn't think that was a starter for him for the season, and leaving Mason on the bench, which makes sense because he didn't know CMC was going to be out. But Worthy, that was the one. Worthy being a dog, like I thought Ty, that just sounded like a Ty start, just a rookie on the Chiefs. But no, he actually did a JT start. He put Dave Montgomery as flex, which ended up being the catalyst to really beating me. So I tip my cap to Trey Way. I think the guys that I didn't expect to show up showed up for me, and the people that I expected to show up didn't show up. Like Joe Burrow, I had a wrist injury as well. I know what I'm looking at when he's picking up the water bottles. That I get it, and it's not like I understand what he's saying. Like, don't worry about it. Like, it's gonna hurt sometimes, but like it's really not gonna affect me. Like, I'm gonna be okay. So I trust him on that because I have the same injury in my right hand. I get what he probably has way more rehab than I'm doing, so he'll be fine. But St. Brown, Kelsey, and Wilson lost me this game.
Yeah, I think the worst part of that is that you put up 106 points. And if I lose, like just from my perspective, like if I'm going to lose, I hope my team drop 50 points. Cuz 100 points sometimes that's really difficult and it's never guaranteed 100 points. Maybe like 80. You want to shoot around probably 80, 90, but 106 like that's not going to come around often. And you took an L when you probably should have really got a W. So those burn.
They do. I mean, yeah, your argument's like fucking. It's like a teeter totter. Like, yeah, true, not true, true. So I mean, like, yeah, would I rather be captain right now, dropping 50 points? I mean, no shot in hell. I'd be kind of in panic mode right now. I might be trying to flip Caleb Williams or Marvin Harrison. Maybe being a little terrified. 51 points is like, wow. Last year you would lose games, you score 100 points. You're saying, well, at least I scored 100. Then you'd criticize me for winning games when I didn't score 100. So I think it's just kind of whatever fits your narrative in the moment. I don't think you have a true sense or I don't think you got a true grip on that. So, I appreciate your opinion, but valid. I think, yeah, I mean, valid for you. I think that's your honest opinion. I just don't think you have a good grip on the wheel. It's like someone who's like blind, like he thinks he can drive. Like that's his opinion, but I don't think he can drive very
well. Yeah, it sucks you lost. Okay.
It does. It does. I started with that. Drew.
This game was crazy because I feel like that's what you scored third behind Alonzo, I think, for the Lehigh. You beat anybody else, but I like Kamara a lot. It looks good. Looks really good.
Bro, I was shocked. Yeah.
22? Like, damn. But yeah, K9's good. Mike looked great. Bears defense look insane. Does Kelsey cook?
I don't think so. I think for tight ends wise, I think he'll be top 3. I got likely. So
That's true. That's a good back. But yeah, Ty side, Saquon. Wow. I can't believe he has that, man.
Right in Brazil.
Oh yeah. It's a fucking. I don't know why they went there, but yeah. His wide receivers
defenders and ice.
Yeah, I swear. There's a lot. Ew, but
he's a great read in June. I'll give him that. He's a great Olave in June. But then after that, I'm good. Like, I'm good on Olave.
That's I agree with that.
Yeah, that's my take on it. Just two high scoring teams. It's crazy. Let's see.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good game. It was crazy. Every time I looked at it, I didn't know who was really going to win. But, we've seen Ty do this a lot. And I think when Saquon scored 31, I was like, it just brought me back. I kind of just saw the way Ty's season is going to go. And, I think that he's probably going to be a playoff team. I have to reconfigure what I thought going into it. But yeah, it's just what I like is the offseason is so long that you build whatever you want to build up in your own head, and everybody has a different perception going into the season, and then reality hits, and then you really remember the feelings when you see people do what they do. So yeah, it was fun, man. I'm itching for week 2, but it was a great game. Obviously, Drew asked a great question: is Kelsey cooked? I don't know. To me, he looks a little checked out. The way he was dancing with Taylor Swift. I'm like, man, I think he's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. He got the $100 million deal with Amazon. I'm like, damn, okay, this is it's starting to all make sense. The contract got revealed, him and Taylor Swift's relationship contract.
It's not real.
He's playing.
AI generated. You know,
But I was on fire there. I just thought I'd take a shot at it.
yeah, come on. I mean, yeah, any other position besides tight end, I'm absolutely pissed right now. But because it's tight end, I'll let him slide.
Yeah,
You know, all right, let's move on. We got Branch County Jail versus La Familia. And you know, these two teams, if you ever seen Dune, it's like the Harkonnens versus the Atreides. Like it's like two powerful houses, two anti views. You know, you get La Familia, he's about family values, he's about keeping the family together. You know, he doesn't make a lot of trades. You know, and then we got Branch County Jail, who's always in and out with roommates with inmates. He's, you know, parole for the wrong person. He's, you know, the back and forth. So, you know, this week it was entertaining to see, you know, the jail actually like show a little life here, show a little unity, like a longest yard moment, in my opinion. The longest yard moment. Like, wow, you know, these guys actually can play together. But then you got Justin Branch asleep with the wheel with T. Higgins. Like, no. T. And in the Kingdom, you're not going to get that side text like, yo, you check your lineup. Yo, ain't no one worried about your team but you. And if someone is worried about their team, it's probably because they want you to lose, you know? So that's what it came down to me because you got Zach Moss on the bench. Yeah, and then CMC ended up being out. Like, man, that's tough, bro. That's tough. But yeah, I mean, Alonso, he's set up to have another good year. I mean, his team's getting older, but I think he's still got another at least good run in this year.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
It's just crazy. He wins that game with Zach Moss. That's crazy. But
that's crazy.
only lost by 8. He dropped 12.
I think, you know, it's a tough start. You know, T. Higgins or Zach Moss. I don't think it's clear cut there.
Right, but
and T. Higgins kind of ended the last season a little better than, you know, the entirety of the season. So
Seraphin. T. Higgins was out. He didn't play.
Oh, he didn't play at all?
No, he didn't play at all.
Ooh.
Right. He tweaked. He tweaked.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess, like, yeah, I mean, you know, Gotti's got to wake up a little bit, but I think...
Okay, so we can just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying?
I think on the bright side, though, I don't see why nobody's mentioned Jaden Daniels in his performance.
Bro,
like,
I was gonna go. Yeah, Jaden Daniels.
Like, that's probably, like, the biggest highlight of his team. I mean, to have a quarterback, a rookie quarterback, come in, put up 28 fantasy points, like, that's insane. It's eye-opening. Right? Like, there's not too many quarterbacks that can do that. Josh Allen definitely didn't do that in his first year. So, I mean, with Jaden Daniels alone, I mean, Gotti's looking a little competitive. And in the division that he's in, it might be some trouble.
Always take a shot.
I mean,
I guess. Yeah. Go ahead, Joe.
No, I was gonna say Kyron looked good too. Kyron, I know there's a lot of speculation for some reason on him, but I think he's the starter for sure.
Did he return punts?
I think he did. Yeah.
Tough.
I think it was kickoffs, wasn't it?
Yeah, kickoffs. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
But and on Alonzo's side, he got AR and Lamar. You want to just like picking between those every week? That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, pick which one. You know, who's faster. You know, leave the football out.
All you gotta do.
Maybe I'll take their 40 times, but I mean, geez.
And Cooper Kupp might be back, so
yeah. I'm still holding on to my Alonso's gonna flop this year take. You know, I think it's the way for my like prediction to come true. It starts like this. You know, he starts off kind of hot, and then the age really kicks in. So. You know, I was just wanted to bring that up because I know I was pretty passionate about that. But I thought it was a good game. I got Justin next week. I know we're going to touch on that. I was looking at Justin's team, Gotti, and yeah, I think it's took like a couple steps better than last year. Actually, when I was really thinking about it, I'm like, you know what? I don't know if he took a small step. I think he took a decent step because Jaden Daniels, if he's a good fantasy quarterback, kind of like a Justin Fields last year, where even because when I saw Jaden Daniels play, I wasn't really impressed as a just watching him as a quarterback. I wasn't really impressed. But we're talking about fantasy. Now he might break the cheat code a little bit, like Justin Fields did last year in his good games. Where you're like, dang, that was a really good fantasy game, and you know, if you're looking on Twitter and they're breaking down the film, he's missing reads left and right, but like you're whatever. So if Justin gets that, and then Kyron, you know, I think performs well. He has Rashad White too, right?
No,
There he
does
does.
he?
Jerry does. Okay,
Yeah,
who's the
yeah.
second running back then?
James Conner.
James Conner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so that's a guy that scores touchdowns. I think he's got a decent team. Like,
It's a misfit island. It's a you know no one wants Debo anymore. No one wants Terry McLaurin anymore. No one wants who's one of his name
T.
James
Higgins.
Conner anymore. You know, no one wants T Higgins anymore. You know, no one wants it, but they're not done. They're not like they're washed. But it's just funny how like they wash up on the shore of county jail. Gotti comes out. He gives him a jumpsuit. He gives him some bread. He gives him some water. And I feel like we're starting to see a culture build over there with some of these these forgotten veterans.
They just need that leader, the leader. And I think once that person comes in, I don't think he's on the team yet. But once he gets there, yep.
And real quick, I just think that all the players, like all the fans, like no one's showing up to games. They were just in like bags over heads just because of this draft. They're finally through this draft. I think this was the bad one for Gotti. We're like, damn, does Gotti does he have draft picks? Or it could still get worse next year. I have to check the draft capital, but I feel like they're happy to get through this draft, and now they can just kind of build forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe a little future on their hands.
Cherish those picks.
For real, man. Or at least trade them for something you want. Did you already go, Ruben?
Yeah.
All right. And Sarah, you went or no?
Yeah.
I forget when you talk. So we got Jerry versus the pastor. Man, oh man, oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. I mean, 85, Josh Allen doing Josh Allen things. And I think that's been the story for Seraphin is like Josh Allen is probably going to drop 30 points. And there's not going to be anyone else on Seraphin's team that does anything else.
What about that? I mean, Breece Hall showed up. Gibbs showed up. I mean, it was a wake up call, right? The Drake London hype. I mean, we didn't know. Right? We didn't know.
How is he still on your team? Like, how do you choose London over Mike Evans?
Drake London's ADP was like in top second round. All right, so it's not. He's getting a first round pick. All right, so America chose Drake London. So don't act like
my pet peeve about ADP. ADP's over once the week one starts. We don't give a fuck about ADP anymore. All right, it's the analytics. Get that nonsense out of here.
Was, how is Kirk Cousins going to respond to the Achilles, to the new offense, whatever? It's shit over there. And hey, wake up call. We're not gonna. Last year we gave Jahan Dotson like 3-4 weeks to turn it up. We're not going to do that.
Wow.
We're not going to do
I
that.
remember that.
Changes are coming.
People are getting loaded out of this lineup.
There's no more. He's going to do this or that. Look,
like, how does Diggs, all the years he put in for you, all that time, the star that he was. London never showed you anything, but he gets the week one start over Stephon Diggs.
Hey, there's a lot of mouths to feed, and we just didn't know if CJ Stroud had it in him. To feed everybody, I mean, they got Joe Mixon, Stephon Diggs, Tank Dell, Nico Collins. Like, what's Stephon gonna get? And hey,
you just gotta talk over him, Drew.
I was gonna say Stephon Diggs gonna get that ball. He's gonna fucking bitch about it.
We got right, but I think Stephon Diggs is loving it in Texas.
And who's guarding him? What was it? The best corner?
That's a good question, Ruben. That's a good question.
I'm just saying, if it's not the best corner guarding, if you're telling me the second corner or third corner is going to guard this guy every night, every game. Ooh, that makes.
If I'm a Diggs owner, I thought about that like a month ago. That's just our point. Where's your head at?
We got big screen TVs here. We're gonna watch the tape. We're gonna zoom in. We're gonna see.
You gotta zoom in on the big screen TV
because we got Stephon Diggs, and then we got a hungry wide receiver in Jameson Williams. He has made a leap in not only his mental game, but his physicality and the way he brings himself to the field. I mean, it's gonna be tough for him to start, but it's gonna be an easy bench for Drake London, but. It was a tough one. It was a tough one. Josh Allen, he played a hard game, and I'm going to say the same thing that everybody's saying. Josh, quit fucking running the ball and getting hit. You're getting fucking beat the fuck up in the end zone. Yeah. For what reason? You already tweaked, like, his hand or something. I'm like, bro, like, we still got such a long season. Thank you for those 2 rushing touchdowns, but Like
Yeah.
we got more players on this team. We need other players to wake up. And Jerry was just there, you know. He was ready. He brought it. 19 points from his defense, 13 from the kickers. I'm noticing just in general across the board, defense and kickers are going nuts. I mean, the last 2 games we just saw, kickers putting
Offenses are
15
bad.
plus
Try telling you.
points, defense is putting 18 plus points. It's insane.
That's what we're trying to tell you. The offense wasn't that great. You know, a lot of kicking this weekend.
A lot of kicking, man. A lot of kicking. I'm glad I took 2.
You took what?
I took 2 kickers in the draft.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did not
you
think
back.
that's what you meant by that. That's crazy. That's what you meant by
Oh, I'm
that.
glad you took 2. Okay. Anyone else have comments on this game?
I don't know. This is very mid game. Jerry saved by the defense and kicker, like Seraphin said. Brees only dropping 13. I get it. It's a decent amount. Don't get me wrong, but it's Brees Hall. And Josh, of course, is being Josh. This is my mid game of the week for sure.
Damn.
Very mid.
Mid? I like that.
Yeah,
Jerry put up
that's
90
true.
points. Come on.
Nah, I think that's a
Yeah,
good
it's
candidate
mid.
for that game.
It was like a 3-point
yeah.
game. It's like if
Like London, Ingram, and Ayuk all combined for
I-
like 5.
there was like almost a chance for a garbage tight end for Brees Hall at the very end. There was almost a garbage interception by the 49ers at the end. Like, this was a
Well,
very
garbage
tight,
game.
close game. I don't think it was mid. But
No,
Nah, shout out Jerry though. I like that he won that
Yeah,
game.
great. Yeah, that was huge. That was a big one for Jerry. That was huge. Yeah, you got something, Ruben?
No, that's it.
All right, let's move on. Whoa! Oh my God, we got Cam Lee versus Colin. Cam Lee was my preseason pick to make the playoffs, and if you can't tell by my voice, I'm just stunned by the week 1 wake up call. Like, talk about wake up calls. Like, yeah, no, what am I thinking? Like, this team might be horrible. Like this, we got Derrick Henry, 46 in a touchdown. Dante Adams, like, he's not that explosive anymore. If they're going to Jacoby Myers more, you know, I mean, Mark Andrews might get passed up. Marvin Harrison looked like a fucking deer in headlights. And then you got Joe Mixon, just homecoming, first game since leaving Kevin Lee. He's been with Kevin Lee probably for the past 5 years. First game he plays Kevin week 1, drops 24 on his head. Like, you know that had to hurt Kevin. I know that had to sting. Looking up and seeing Mixon going crazy on a good offense. Oh man,
that's like Bradley Beal coming back to the Wizards and dropping 50.
That one's stung. And then you got Moody. 26 by Moody is just why I hate Kyle Shanahan.
Can we?
How does he get the kick field goal every time?
Can we play the clip of the Cardinals coach talking about the Bears, about they are who we thought they are?
But they are who we thought they were.
The 3 of you each took captain top 3, I think, in the power rankings.
But they are who we thought they were.
Surprised that he was
I did not.
You didn't?
Yeah,
Okay, I don't think Ruben did.
Top 6.
I stand corrected, but
But they are who we thought they were.
Captain being, ranked so highly, and he is who we thought he was. But
they are who we thought they were.
51 points is just like, I guess, it's just a cherry on top. Like, everything. Marvin Harrison Jr., the number 1 touted pick of this year, did nothing. And it's looking scary there because Kyler Murray, from what I was reading and from what I was seeing, Kyler Murray wasn't even looking at Marvin. He was looking at the other two.
Marvin
Trey McBride and Doge. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Yeah.
And he was looking at them and not Marvin Harris Jr. And then, Drew, you brought up, is Kelsey washed? Is Mark Andrews washed? I think they're damn near the same age.
It might be.
Kelsey's like 3 years older.
Looking at Colin's team, and you're seeing Sam Laporta and Joe Mixon, right? Joe Mixon, a big burn. But Sam Laporta, you thought Captain knew what he was doing with tight ends?
Yeah.
You thought. You really
I don't know how he
tight
chooses
end
Andrews
guy.
around. Yeah.
All good things come to an end, though.
I think Drew is the true tight end guy. I think I'm still riding with Drew on tight ends. So I think Kevin, I think kind of leans on tight ends, but I think Drew kind of he's tight end you.
Captain did
Nah,
do a
I-
double tight end.
That's like saying like
It was
like
successful
in
one
the
time.
Double
Double
tight end.
Colin-
No one had ever
that
seen
was-
it before.
That was ridiculous.
We give him that. All right,
no.
the legend. We understand that story. The fucking
Yeah, respect
the
to
tall
him.
tale of Captain Lee's double tight end. It's a glorious
I-
fucking story.
yeah.
Don't get
The
it.
Patriots defense too.
Yeah, don't forget that Pass B because that's what
The
you slept on. The Pass B was better than this
defense,
fucking double tight end set, bro.
We're
The
talking
Pass defense, 20 a game, 20 a
Some
game.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah.
I think Captain's the new modern tight end guy. Like calling Drew the tight end guy, that's like saying like when in the 70s when everyone got centers because the game was just built
Mhm.
around centers. Like
Yeah.
when the ABA transitioned to the NBA, I think in the late 60s that happened, early 70s. But yeah, all good things come to an end. So
Yeah. You're just mad Kyle Pitts took off the touchdown.
Yeah, and you when you trade him Pitts, he gets in the
Go ahead,
touchdown
April.
first game with him. Like it's
Whatever.
hilarious. Like
he had
Just,
26
just-
yards.
I'm,
See that
I'm just
touchdown.
saying, like there's like I just like Drew's touch with a tight end a little bit more. I trust him more than Gary
Nah.
Barnage days, the Kittle. He was the original Kittle guy.
Yeah,
You're
well,
right.
that era of Drew, I respect.
Prior-
that
It's
was
been a
solid.
letdown
Solid.
though every year.
Right.
Prior
was
new
well solid.
days. Yeah, like fucking.
Yeah,
I
man.
think he had Witten back in the day at one point. Like
Alonso had a decent run with tight ends too. They didn't have Gronk.
yeah, he said Gronk. He just fucking roared the bones off that guy.
Yeah, but I hated that era.
Yeah, I'll take Gronk over I'll take
Yeah.
Gronk over Kelsey in fantasy prime for prime.
Yeah, I would too. Definitely. He-
It'd be
he-
close though.
That's close.
I mean, hey man, the West Division, not a lot to say about Captain, but Colin, I mean, I think he put the West on notice. 116 points. Was he the point leader this week?
Yeah, pretty sure.
No, Ty dropped 118.
Oh, he did
okay.
that.
But hey, I thought, we thought Colin was washed. He was in a full rebuild,
Right.
complete rebuild. But we'll see what next week is.
All right, then finally wrapping up the last game. I was looking forward to this game all summer long. You got Ruben versus Drew. This one was a good one. I think it kind of fizzled out just because Lamb and Chase didn't do anything. And after that, I was just like, yeah, it's a wrap. But other than that, there was a week one showing a lot of Bijan 11 points, Taylor 10. Then with Drew, I just love AJ Brown. I just think he's so good, but the guy runs like he has like a fucking pulled hamstring, bro. Like I don't get it. Like he just runs so weird. Like I'm like watch him run to the end zone. I'm like, only reason I knew it was him because the way he was running. I was like, wow, bro, that's really AJ Brown. Like,
He getting up there though.
huh?
He's getting up there though. He's fast.
He does. That's what I'm saying. When he's on a breakaway run, it's like he's like I don't know how to explain it. I'm like, dude, is he all right? Like, but yeah, he's a dog. DJ Moore should be better. Special teams help you out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's the story of this week, I guess. Special teams.
Yeah,
and
that's
kickers,
what we
man.
tried telling you at the open of the show. You don't want to believe us.
We're gonna have to run him back. But
That was a
Go
good game. I don't know. I don't like Jamar this season. I don't like him. I don't like him at all.
Marchese?
Yeah, Jamar Chase. I don't know, like what's going on. He wants a contract. Like, I don't think he's gonna get it this year, but I do like Brock Bowers. He looked good. He did look very good. One more thing I take away from this game is there a quarterback competition over there, really?
Thank you for bringing that up, Joe.
Yeah, yeah.
That's-
I'll
I
let you take-
appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you so
problem.
much. That's actually where I wanted to start.
Okay.
There is a quarterback competition for week 2. I think that Justin Fields plays Denver. I forgot who the
I thought you blew
Cardinals
last week.
play. He did, but so did Kyler, low key. Kyler fizzled out. You talked about fizzled out. Kyler definitely fizzled out. Yeah, no, for sure. But been there, done that. But just about the game, my stars, the stars, they weren't starring. There weren't really any bright moments from my team. Jonathan Taylor got a 5-yard touchdown. I think the peak of my week was when Jefferson scored because I think that was it was a huge relief, like internally for me. I'm like, all right, thank God he's dancing, he's doing the gritty, he's doing his thing. But yeah, hey, Drew, I'm not I'm not new to this. Drew's definitely beaten me before, and we probably split a lot. And I think he's beaten me in series before. So, we'll see him again. I think week 9. I wrote it somewhere like in my wall house. But yeah, it was a good game, man. Brock Bowers looked good. Obviously, AJ Brown's a stud. Like I think I have the 3 best receivers, but there's a couple others out there that are just as good. So AJ Brown's one of them, and the special teams went crazy. So it was a pretty annoying game. I thought I was gonna win it. After Thursday, I was like, we're good. Jordan Love, he didn't really finish strong. He got hurt, but that was the second to last play of the game. I was like, okay, he didn't really finish strong, and I thought we were gonna pull it out, but we're excited for next week. Being number 9 on Captain Lee's Times is it's just biased media, hashtag biased media. I don't know what it is with that guy.
Legacy media.
Exactly, legacy media. Yeah, very Dan Bernstein-esque, but we're fine, man. We're gonna push forward. Getting the ring was big, but people are asking, "Hey, Ruben, when are you gonna stop talking about the ring, bro? Shut the fuck up." And I heard that, and we're ready to move forward and look forward. So no review here.
Okay, you got anything else, Evan, or are you good on this game?
Yeah, I think just to add to, Drew's point about the Bengals, I don't, as a fantasy owner, I don't think I want anything to do with the Bengals. Anything. Joe Burrow, what the doctors are saying is he can hope for, 80% usage of that wrist. 80%, if you're trying to be number 1 in this league, you need 100% of that wrist. And it's worrying. I mean, I don't want anything, to add it with the Jamar Chase contracts. I think they're starting to think maybe we blow it up. Let's not re-sign this guy. Maybe we look past Joe Burrow.
They have to sign him this year. I don't know what's the.
I don't know. It depends how Joe Burrow plays. And best case for Joe Burrow, he becomes a game manager. He becomes a lesser Brock Purdy. I think that's best case scenario.
A lesser Brock Purdy?
A lesser Brock Purdy.
Wow.
Well, that would be recorded, and we'll bring that one up. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I think that's interesting. We'll see.
We'll see about that wrist.
That's almost as crazy as that Stroud MVP pick from last year.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Stroud dropped what, like 36 points this week?
No.
Who?
CJ?
No, I go 18 or something like
that. All right. So that's the recap from week 1. This segment we're moving to is studs and dud. So we got who we thought were the best player last week and who we thought sucked last week. I'll go first. My dud is Marvin Harrison Jr. You're the number 1 pick in the Kingdom Draft, year 10. You go out there, I think he dropped 1 point, maybe less. 0.4. You drop a pass that was right in your fucking hands. Mr. Big Shot. I can't be on Madden yet. I can't get my jersey sold yet. No, I don't think so.
He is now, but that was a topic.
Yeah, I can't be in Madden. Yeah, I gotta do all this nonsense, all this extra shit, but can't catch a fucking ball. And then goes out there, there's a dud. Big host from Marv, like, okay, Marvin Harrison Jr., I'm hearing this guy's supposed to be like the highest receiver prospect since whoever the fuck. And boom, didn't look great. Stud, I don't give a fuck if it was on opening night. Isaiah Likely was a toe away from another touchdown at the end of that game. I just think Isaiah Likely was my stud for the weekend just because of how he dominated. I watched this guy. He dominated the game I watched, and he should have had more. It would have been game time. So, I think that's the stud.
Okay. Oh yeah, my stud Josh Allen. I know Seraphin lost somehow with Josh Allen on his team, dropping 32 points almost. But yeah, he's him. He's really him. 232 yards, 4 total touchdowns. Like I think he rushed 2 again.
Yeah,
it's nuts. But yeah, he's insane. And my dud, I'm gonna give Marv a break. I'm gonna go with Chris Olave. On Ty's team. Ty still won somehow, but
it went crazy. He didn't do shit.
For 11 yards, and the Saints have 47 points. Like that's insane.
It is.
That's crazy. Yeah. So I'm scared for him. That's my son.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say my stud is Jalen Waddle. I thought
Cool.
just Jalen Waddle. I think that I was just like, yeah, this is this. I just think that he played really well, and he had like a lot of big gains. His again, he left the game. I said this, I think the first episode. Jalen Waddle, bro. If you look back last year, he left like every game, bro. He
Yeah.
left like nine probably games. He left
Mm.
so many games, and the fact that he left the first game was hilarious. But I just give him credit because like that was just from my personal experience. I think Jalen Waddle did a good job of like keeping me from a distance, which is
Mhm.
crazy. I'm like Jalen Waddle kept my stacked ass team from a distance, but he did. And I would say my dud is Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews. I'm looking at man, the tight ends, bro. You got for me, what I like to look at is like, is there peak behind them? And if it is, I don't know, man. You got to think about what that is. I'm not saying he's gonna fall from a cliff. I think he can bounce back. He's good, but Isaiah likely looks fresher. He looks more, just reliable. And I think if you want to double likely and leave Mark Andrews open, not open, but just single coverage. I just don't know if he has that ceiling. I don't know if he has that ceiling. So
Mhm.
I think obviously Captain's team dudded completely. I was gonna say Marvin Harrison Jr. for sure. That's probably the worst performance in the first pick overall debut by
Yeah.
far. That was
Wow.
bad, but he's a stud. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is a
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
So
It's
yeah,
Your phone is like flip the screen. I don't know what happened to you. And you're
well,
blurred away too. Yeah. Uh,
He's gonna get it right here.
did the screen lock on?
is it am I upside down?
You're just like sideways. Like
How about now?
I mean,
That's
you're upright,
better.
but like yeah. I mean, whatever you do. All right, Seraphin.
Yeah, so my start of the week is Saquon Barkley. 109 rushing yards, three total touchdowns. Saquon on a good team, and he's fucking amazing. I think we've seen Saquon on a bad team, and he's done great things, and now he's finally on a good team. And I just look at the day that I traded him away for whatever the fuck I did.
Oh, I
It
literally
just
forgot
it
about
hurts
all
even
that, bro.
more. Even it hurts even more. But
That
it would
was
have been tough to
yeah.
hold Saquon either way for 4 or 5 years. That
Oh,
was
really?
to ride it out. It'd be fantastic if he was my flex right now. But I think Saquon, fantastic. I think playing and with so many weapons, Jalen Hurts, Devonta Smith, and being able to produce, I think is fantastic. For my duds, this one's hard. I think there's a lot of ties for duds. Everyone here, but between it's Amon Ra, Garrett Wilson, or Joe Burrow, and I'm not too sure which
All
one
three of my team.
takes
damn.
the cake. And I think personally, it's got to be Joe Burrow. I think Amon
Really?
Ra and Garrett Wilson, Garrett Wilson and Amon Ra, they have a
I'm say
ceiling.
Amara.
They have a ceiling. They can improve. Maybe Garrett Wilson not so much. Aaron Rodgers just looks a tad bit washed. But Joe Burrow, his wrist is going to be the talk of the first half of the season because in the second half, we're not talking about Joe anymore. He's probably not on Jesse's team.
Damn.
And so I think,
Am I still sideways?
no, you're good.
No,
Joe is my dud of the week.
okay, rightfully so, I guess. Some other quarterbacks score a little less, but I mean, I'm Rob being my best player, not doing shit for me. I think that's more egregious, but go off.
He was my like third pick. I was gonna almost
Amon-Ra.
pick him too.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Week two predictions. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna give you all my predictions. Everyone goes through all their predictions.
Yeah.
So here we go. I got it's La Familia versus King Poppy J. I mean, me and La, we go at it years. I've tied with him I think 3 times for the East title. Like he's the only other player with 70 plus wins. So it's going to be a good matchup. Hopefully CMC's out. But I got me winning this game. I'll take my spread of plus 4.5, 4.9. Or I'm minus 4.9. I'm sorry, I'll take that. And then we got Jerry versus Captain. I got Captain bouncing back. I'll take Captain minus 2.3. I just think that he got some veterans. They're gonna get the ball a little bit more. Week ones calm down. More 12 o'clock games. I just think that Jerry's team got some injury questionability. Neighbors, he's gonna have to figure it out with Daniels, Metcalf. Good luck. He is who he is, on screen and off screen. DK Metcalf. And then we got County Jail versus Ruben. Man, County Jail 103. What the hell? Like, damn. What the? Yeah, I mean, Kyron. But no. I mean, I got Young Bucks winning this game, pretty easily. So I'll take Ruben minus 7.5 or 7 points. I think that Justin Fields probably doesn't score over 10, but I don't think it's going to matter. I think that Bijan has a big week, Saquon-esque. And I think that Jamar Chase and Burrow get cooking against Kansas City like crazy. After that, we got the Pastor versus Trey. This should be a really good game. Two East foes. They very passive aggressive towards each other because I think they're both afraid to be wrong versus each other. So I think they dance. They do this dance around of oh, you're good. No, you're good. No, you're trash. And then you're trash. And then, but deep down inside, there's a really brewing hatred there. And I think it's actually brewed to the point where it might be they're each other's biggest rival right now, just because it's like a cold war going on, man. I don't know what it is, but this game means a lot. I know it means a lot to Ty because anytime you can beat anyone on the podcast, it makes him happy. Seraphin, you've always, admired Ty. You bootlicked, you bent your knee. You said that he's the class of the class. You're a huge Ty fan. So it's a 50-50 toss-up game, but I'm going to go with man. I'm going with Seraphin. You're going to win this game. I think that your running backs stay alive. They actually go crazy. All of them score 15+. And then we wrap it up. We got Colin and Drew. We got white on white crime, which everyone loves to see in the kingdom. We got Chopped and Drew versus Jerry top, Seraphin bottom. Colin, he did show a lot last week, but it could just be very who was good week one that's actually probably trash. Like the Saints, it could be very Saints-esque for Colin where he just beat up on a bad team and then Colin comes back to earth because Joe Mixon's 45, A-Chain can't stay healthy. Rice is already the number 2 receiver. Zay Flowers can't catch a ball. Laporta, he looks solid. Jay Ford, he looks like he blows on paper. I guess he more on tape with him. Colin's team's just not good. So I think that Drew is going to pull this one out. I think that A.J. Brown stays hot. Kyle Pitts has another good week. But more importantly, I think that DJ Moore drops 20+.
Please.
I love that. Who wants to go?
I can go. I'll go Colin versus Drew. That's a great matchup. I love when I'm not in that, because they're both my rivals. So it's always nice to see them fight. I'm gonna go Drew. I don't know. I don't have the spread in front of me, but I think Drew's gonna win handily. I think Colin is, again, not a good team. Not a good team.
Right.
Very boom or bust. And I think it's not talented enough for me to be worried about how many booms. He's not gonna get enough booms in the season. So I got Drew. And then I got Ty against Seraphin. I think Ty wins. Ty's legit. I think Saquon the Eagles. It's tough. It's tough for me to figure out how that's gonna end up. I think it's gonna end up very good. But what if it ends up scary good? Damn, that would be a problem. So I'm gonna go Ty. Jesse versus Alonzo. I'm gonna go Alonzo. I think Alonzo wins. I think he makes the right pick again at quarterback, whoever that is. But week 3, when the Bears play the Colts, he better not pick. You know what? He better pick Anthony Richardson. I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that one. And then Justin, you're gonna trade me the Bears so I can start him against the Colts, and I'll give him right back to you.
I think that's collusion.
Oh, okay. And then who's Jerry playing? Jerry's playing
Captain.
I got Jerry winning. I think Captain's fears or their troubles are legit. So I got Jerry. And then lastly, who did I not say?
Seraphin and Ty?
He picked Ty.
I took
Oh.
I picked
I think
Your-
you.
Oh,
your
my
game?
game.
Yeah,
My
your
game.
game,
Yep. I got me winning a close one. Hold on. Did I hear y'all say that Gotti's projected 103?
Yeah,
What the
but
fuck?
you're
Dude,
projected
okay then.
110.
I know, but hey,
So
man, that's crazy. I think the West is good this year, Seraphim. Go fuck yourself. I
yeah,
think the
fuck you.
West we're gonna be good this year.
I mean,
Everyone's got a good situation. I think it's good vibes all over. I think if you visit
right.
county jail, if you go to whatever dungeon Colin lives in or whatever he does, and then Captain Drew.
He runs a nightclub. It's called Jerry Top Sheriff Bottom.
Yes, it's like a fake nightclub. It's like really a brothel.
Take it how you want.
Actually, yeah. And then I think it's good vibes everywhere. Drew just won week one. I look at my team, and that's the last thing I do before I go to sleep every night is look at my team with a smile on my face and go to sleep. So I think it's good vibes everywhere.
I agree.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll go. Starting off with Tide Seraphim. I think Barkley stays hot. Tide wins 107-98. Seraphim, I like your team. I do. I really do. It's just I don't know if it's first tier yet. I just can't see it being
All right.
no.
Oh, no chance.
At first that was
Seraphim's
fair,
big on
and then
tier,
you just like kind of went downhill. But go ahead.
Me and Jesse Alonso, tier one teams.
Three boy in there. Ruben and Gotti.
Yeah, who are you gonna pick now? No, I'm playing.
I think Gotti has a good week. I think he gets a 1010 or 110,
Oh,
110,
jeez.
and Ruben gets 120. So I'll take Ruben with Bijan having a statement game.
I hope so. I mean, 2 years for that.
Because Kirk Cousins can't seem to throw the ball. Next, Jesse and Alonzo. I think this is gonna be like a Jesse wins by a decent margin. I think Amon Ra bounces back 20 plus. Yeah, I feel like I'll take the spread on Jesse for that for sure. Captain and Jerry. This one's ridiculous. This is sadly my game of the week. Sadly. I think I think Captain's gonna get the win here. It's gonna be a gritty 90 to like 88 point game. Mahomes carries with like 30. Yeah, I got Captain. Mahomes fucking who's Captain's quarterback?
Caleb.
Who's it?
yeah,
Dak or
Oh,
Caleb.
yeah, Dak. I don't think it's a start Caleb.
I agree.
But yeah. And then lastly, me versus Colin. Achane's questionable. I got me. AJ Brown keeps it rolling. Who else? DJ Moore hopefully bounces back. Running backs need to step up, but yeah, I got me by 5.
Okay. I'll just start off with my game and tie. I got myself winning. Close game, but I do think my team bounces back. I think we make the right starts. Captain and Jerry, Jerry's gonna win, but I gotta look at the schedules because just the fact that Jerry gets to play captain, right? We don't get to play everybody, that we want to play. And for Jerry to start the season, week 2, to play captain, it's just a piece of cake served on a platter. I think what a great start for Jerry.
Easy start to the
You
schedule.
you week one. You walked right
Set
in.
himself up for
I can't say enough how beautiful
Yeah.
the start of the season is for Jerry. Either way,
Honestly,
we're going to move on.
Everyone's jealous.
Not going to harp on the West being what it is. La Familia and Jesse, this is going to be a tough one. I think I got Jesse. He had a lot of duds, and I think they bounce back. Joe Burrow, I don't know, but he's got a lot of other offensive weapons that I think they're gonna like lead him to the win. We got Colin and Drew. It's crazy that it's Colin is minus 7.5. And I'm probably leaning towards Colin. For some reason they got him beating Drew by a lot. But my final game, Gotti, Ruben. I think Ruben is having nightmares. Honestly, he lost week 1, he saw Gotti Daniel put up 100+ points. And these are easy wins that Ruben should have. I think
We haven't played the game yet.
I think Gotti's got this. I think in some crazy way, Ruben's perfect team just doesn't put it together, right? Bijan, he hasn't proven himself yet. And you know, I think Branch County Jail's group of misfits is just the perfect story to have these random ass guys come together, however the way they got there, and they make it to the playoffs. And I think we're gonna really see this story start to develop after Gotti wins in week 2.
Okay, I respect that.
Can I just add something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't want to backtrack too much into the topic, but I just wanted to add one more dud. I know we're all Bears fans, and I just wanted to say another dud was Caleb Williams for week 1. I just want to mention that one. I think it wouldn't be fair to not mention that one. I think captain deserves that honor of, you know, just coming together and admitting that for week 1, Caleb Williams was a dud for fantasy football. So I just wanted to mention that. I think not mentioning Caleb Williams was the most anticipated game in Chicago sports in quite a while, probably since the Bears-Eagles game. Non-hockey, I don't really watch hockey, but yeah, I just had to throw that in there. I think Caleb's going to bounce back week 2, but I just had to mention I think he's another week 1 dud for sure.
Yeah, I don't think he's happy at Captain OTK right now. It's 51 points.
He's causing trouble over there.
He scored half the points in there.
Yeah, he's the man in the trade already, I think. It's like a little crazy.
Please keep that in fantasy, please.
All right, Seraphin. Floor is yours, man. We got Seraphin's flies in my milk.
Can I have Drew call call it out like flies in my milk? Like he gets like a deep voice and he's like
deep voice.
Flies in my milk.
Yeah, I like
Drew, can you
I like that. Like DJ. Yeah.
But flies in my milk. It's Ty, Alonso, and Jesse. They're always in my milk. They're a pain in my ass. I hate this division. Because if we start naming the players, these are all-star players on these 3 teams. It's so unbelievably stacked that they're going to be lifetime, at least, you know, this year, probably next year, flies in my milk. But other than that, the only other fly is Drake London. Man, that fucking sucked. It fucking sucked. The ADP was high. It was insanely high.
What was it?
It was like 1.8 or something.
But the season started, so now you look at something else. You don't look at ADP. Like, that's fun.
I think it matters. I think we're right into the season with high ADP. There's high expectations.
Okay.
Kirk Cousins just he's got a lot to work through, and you know, what are we gonna do with Drake London? Can we get him off our team? Can we get something for him? It's looking bleak. But we stuck with him for almost this is 3rd year. It's hard to stick with these rookie wide receivers, but I think this is the year where, you know, he's either going to be my flex or he's going to get dropped. I don't think I can keep him. And he's a big fly in my milk right now. But those are all my flies.
Hey, speaking of the Falcons, I just want to add real quick. I'm the only person on earth. I know I had debates with Drew and I had debates with Colin and probably a lot of other people. I think taking Michael Penix at 8 was a good pick. I think it was a good pick. And I think I'm going to be right about that. Because I think Michael Penix is going to play and he's going to look good. And he's going to be the answer that they need, that they thought Cousins was going to be. So just want to throw that in there. Michael Penix. Watch out.
Only thing I'm worried about Penix is if he looks like Anthony Richardson. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, that's fair.
Like, you know, if he looks at AR, he's got, you know, 8 games, and then he's Canadian football, like backup RG3 and the Ravens-esque.
Yeah, we'll see. But
that's what I'm saying with Penix. Yeah, he's a left-handed Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson had that one deep ball pass, which, you know, Justin Fields would throw on occasion. You know, it's a wild throw. I'll give him that. It was a great throw, but I watched the tape on that because I wanted to really take a deep dive in AR. I want to see, you know, is this kid actually good? Bro, he missed so many easy fucking throws that game. Like, it wasn't like where like Fields was getting like hunted down or hands in his face or ball batted at the line. Like Richardson was missing easy ass throws after that, bro. Like they should have easily won that game if he could have made some if he could have just been a decent quarterback. But he had that one good throw. I'm not sold on him. I don't think he's gonna be that good. I don't get why people like the Colts. Like no one can name one person that plays defense on that team. You know, like Jonathan Taylor is still good, I guess. You know, I'll take JT, but I guess it's just it's the AFC South. It's the worst division in sports. I'm not gonna say football. I'll say sports. There's really nothing that came out of there since Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck, and now we got Stroud nowadays. But I don't know, man. It's just
The worst division in sports.
name one worse.
No, I never looked at it like that. Like, who are the worst divisions in sports? That's funny.
Yeah, who's the worst? It's the AFC South. No, it's like this. Who's the worst division in sports, and why is it the AFC South? Yeah, I mean that's all I got. That's all I got. Bear down week 1. Hey, we've been there way too many times. We'll take a win however we can get it. We'll definitely take a defense and special teams win. We don't have any problem with that here in Chicago. We'll do that all day long.
Yep.
Cheer in your face. We don't give a fuck. We're gonna talk that shit too. Don't matter. That's how we won. With our rookie QB. I know people don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. People in Chicago don't want to hear it. Trust us. Like nobody wants to be doing the same shit they were doing with Justin Fields the past 3 years. It's the excuse train. You can feel it. No one is even really doing it. We're just kind of like skipping over the game because we won. If we would have lost this game, no one would be defending Caleb Williams right now. He would be getting absolutely killed. But we won the game. Okay. Everyone's gonna say he gets one, and he used it on the first time. Now he has to go out there and look the part. He just has to look the part. You can't be sidearming balls at the line of scrimmage that are getting all batted. I think how many fucking balls were in the air? 4? It was like, bro, like this. You just look like I'm out there throwing. Like that's how I would look if I was out there trying to play football. Like I wouldn't be able to get one pass on, bro. Everything would get beat down the line. Like, and they just take a shot. So he's got to be a lot better, man. I think he will. But he got one. Trust us. Like, we're not doing this excuse shit with Justin Fields. He's not getting that shit from us. We had 2 with Trubisky and Fields. We're not doing this soft shit with Caleb. He's on a short fucking leash. Anyone else have anything to say?
No, I was ready for week 2, man. It's football tomorrow.
Sunday night.
Who's it tomorrow? Is it Dolphins?
Miami.
Bills
It's one of the. I hate this game every year, bro.
Why?
Bro, like Bills versus Dolphins is just always just like it's such a mediocre fest. Like the Dolphins will act like they have a chance, and then like they'll get blown out randomly in the third quarter. Like I don't know. It's just like a fake football game that the Bills are gonna win. That's I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, they're underdogs.
I mean, wasn't that the one Tua was throwing up GD?
That's crazy. Come on, man.
Or like, what game was
Come
that?
on, bro. I don't know.
The
but-
Dolphins? Is that Bills Dolphins? It's just.
I think it was Bengals.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I'm tripping. I was thinking about the DeMar Hamlin. Never mind.
I think it was Bills Dolphins. It's just. I'm kind of tired of that game. I'm tired of like the Tua electric offense. I just think it's like I got in my Dodge minivan and I'm driving 120 miles an hour. Like, damn, like he's going fast, but it just looks like it sucks. Like it doesn't look like Patrick Mahomes. It doesn't look like Josh Allen. It doesn't look like, CJ Stroud. It looks like it gets the job done. It looks like I go fast.
That's funny.
That's all I gotta say.
I just want to add, just looking at the offers report, Gotti paid $20 for Alec Pierce, and nobody paid anything for Alec Pierce after that. So Gotti, you could have saved a little bit. Probably could have put $0. You would have got him. But that's just my
everyone's gotta take their chances on the waiver wire. You never know, Alex.
Yeah, $20 he could have saved. He could have saved a lot, but that's just my final word.
Mm-hmm. All right, everyone's good.
All good.
All right, man. Well, shit. Great episode 2. Like I'm excited for week 2, man. Like I'm ready to go, bro. I'm ready to go. There's Sunday Night Football. This is always PTSD for me. This is always something I have to meditate on like throughout the week. Like I had to prepare myself for Bears. Like, okay, Monday Night Football, fine, we get our ass kicked. Thursday Night Football, fine, we get our ass kicked. But something about Sunday Night Football that's just like, damn, I feel ashamed. It's like my parents are watching. Like, it's like, damn, like we let America down. Like, we let Hard Knocks down. Like, HBO, like,
we did. I want everyone real quick just to get their predictions of that game. So Sunday night, who you got? Bears, Texans.
We're winning that game. We're winning the game. I think it's gonna be 38-35 Bears.
Dude, I would cry. I got Bears, man. I think our defense steps up. I think our defense takes another step, and we show it on national TV. I think we're going to get right back to where Ryan Clark's talking about us. I think we win the game, but I think our defense, again, is the player of the game.
Yeah.
So that's my prediction.
And Bears 28-14, no bias at all.
What about with bias?
With bias? 34-10.
Yeah, I like that more. I think it happens.
I think I'm gonna err on the side of experience and go with the Texans. I'm more experienced. They understand what it is to play under the bright lights. I think the Bears have a very good team, and it's gonna be a decent season. But I think Caleb Williams is gonna be a star. He's just not gonna be a star as fast as we would want it to be. And I just think that's the hard truth. It's the hard truth.
Yeah.
But I think he's
I would say we don't need him to.
I agree with 100% with that.
We just don't need him to be a star to win this game right now.
Yeah, right.
He looked like Rex Grossman last game, and
arguably Rex Grossman's probably the best Bears quarterback we've seen so far.
But they are who we thought they were.